Welcome back, everybody, to another week on the channel. Today we have the 2024 Acura Integra Type S. It is the solely manual Type S. It's the grown-up Type R, and I don't know if you can hear the excitement in my voice. It's snowing. It's close to the most wonderful time of the year, but this week it is the most wonderful time of the year because I have this thing. Listen, the black with the red brakes looks incredible. You got Type S badging right there. Let's go back over to the front because I just haven't had enough yet. I just picked this up this afternoon and I've got so many thoughts, so many thoughts to sort through with you guys this week. And I hope you'll join me on it because, oh boy, and Acura are on to something. They are on to something. Oh boy, look at the back end, the tri-exhaust pipes. It sounds fantastic. I'll show you how it sounds later on during the week. I'm gonna give you a cold start tomorrow morning. Let's quickly look at the trunk. Oh yeah, it's got like the hatchback S trunk. Got a subwoofer here in the back, Type S badging right there. Look at the room. This is impressive. I'm impressed already. Let's hop inside. I'm gonna start her up, put the GoPro on the windshield, and give you my first impressions. Let's go. Let's get started with this week. Oh my goodness. All right, let's start this thing up and then go for a drive and I'll give you my first impressions. Let's go. It's a little bit low to the ground here. Clutch in, brake in, start button. Oh yes, we're in business. Screen's coming up. I'm gonna mount you up there. We're gonna give you my first driving impression. Let's go. All right, so I'm running out of daylight because it is the winter and I have to film after work and things get really dark really fast. So I'm gonna give you my quick first impressions for the Integra Type S. So from a manual or a beginner manual's perspective anyways, I'm gonna do a whole different video on it, only focusing on it, but I'll touch on it really quick. The clutch pedal has almost no feel this time. There's no vibration, there's not a lot of resistance. The only reason I know is because I have other experience driving other manuals. It's the only reason I kind of have an idea of how to do this thing. But once you get it going, once you get it off the line, it is one of the best feeling shifters and transmissions that I've felt in all of the manuals I've driven. It's so smooth, the exhaust is so loud, it's unnecessarily loud, but it's great. You can have everything in Sport Plus and then the suspension in Comfort, so you're not bumping around in the bumps and everything. So it's just a really excellent ride so far. Handling is like kind of there. I don't think I've dialed it in yet. It doesn't really load up in the corners or anything like that, so it feels a little bit dead. It feels a little bit more on the luxurious side than I'd like, but we are driving an Acura. It is going to compete with those more luxurious brands like BMW, Audi, Mercedes. It's going to compete with those guys. I think it's going to give them a run for their money because this is solid. This is definitely a grown-up Type R, and I am just overjoyed that I get to have this for a week. I am one of the luckiest people around, I think. And I don't know what I did to get myself in this situation, but I'm going to take every single chance I get to drive this thing. It's just, yeah, it's just incredible. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you everything there is to know if you're interested in what it's like to actually own and live with the Acura Integra Type S. Let's get to the rest of the week. All right, another morning and it's snowed, unfortunately. So there we go, but let's open her up here and I'll give you guys a cold start because this thing should be pretty loud in the morning, in the cold. It is kind of cold, not the coldest we've had this year, but it's getting there. It is slowly getting there, so let's do it. For the brake, for the clutch, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's loud. That'll do it. Try exhaust. Look at that. We're ready. We're ready for the day. Let's get started. All right, another day of work is done and I finally get to enjoy the full power of the Acura Integra Type S. Oh my goodness. So what do you think about this color and the rims? Personally, I think if I was gonna buy this car, I like the way that the bronze rims look on the blue, but this kind of just fits my style. You know, it's kind of like undercover, not too flashy, but also like it's really loud, very noticeable. Those taillights are so clean. Like everything about this car is just so clean and it just looks professional, but it also can rip your neck out at the same time. So yeah, let me know what you think of the color, the red brakes, the rims? Would you style it this way? Do you agree with me? What do you think about this, like, you know, front hood scoop? And also, would you take this TLX over something like a Type R? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you got to say. So I got plenty more coming up this week with this car. I want you to hear the exhaust later on. And yeah, stay tuned. Alrighty, it's a nice day out, so let's show you guys the interior of the Integra Type S. Look at this. You will not be disappointed. I am definitely not. So you can see just by me standing here, have a whole bunch of red and black Type S badging right there too. You can come and sit down with me. 3 pedals, of course, only comes in a manual this year, so that's great as well. Really nice steering wheel. The interior does give me like Honda vibes, but not really. It's more of an upscaled Honda, which is exactly what it's supposed to be, so that's good. We've got the red start button here, just like we had on the MDX. Digital gauge cluster that will change with my sport mode, my driving modes and all that stuff. So right now I have it in individual because I have everything on crazy except for the adaptive suspension that is on comfort, because otherwise you break your neck. So yeah, really nice steering wheel, heated steering. Yes, I think that's something the Type R doesn't have. I don't even know if the Type R has heated seats. I haven't looked into it. ELS Studio 3D. The sound system in here is fantastic. Then we have this really nice infotainment display. Nothing too crazy. Really reminds me of Honda, you know, but again, they are kind of like the same company. This is just upscaled, so you got a little bit nicer stuff in here. We have vehicle settings, and if you're wondering, this is where you would turn your rev match on and off. You got to go all the way down. You got to go through like 2 different menus. But it doesn't like turn on by default, so you don't have to. If you want it off, you can turn it off. I like it on. You can change your individual setting. Like you can see here, everything is in Sport Plus other than the steering and the comfort, which is very cool. Give you a close up on that. You can also change what the gauge is. You know, you can change it to sport, which will make that look like this. And yeah, it's just a slight difference, but you know, nothing too crazy. But I like Sport Plus for everything, so that is good. So yeah, basic infotainment, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and wireless as well, both. So very nice. We also have like this nice plastic here. It really does do a good job of setting up, and the red, the black, everything just makes it so well. I'm so comfortable in here. Also, the dynamic drive mode button, individual mode, there's like a little bit of gloss black, which isn't great. You're gonna get fingerprints, but you're not gonna touch it very much. Type S right there on the logo. And then this glorious shifter. It gets cold when it's cold outside, that's for sure, but it does warm up quick with your hands. And it's so easy to use, so easy to throw around. Very nice. Heated seating controls are right there for the driver and passenger. Dual zone automatic climate control as well, so that's cool. Oh yeah, and just look at it. Just the seats are like, this car is as good to look at from the outside as it is on the inside. I love them both equally. It's really hard to choose one. They're both just fantastically nice. I can't get enough of this car, to be truly honest. It's been so much fun to drive. Look at these seats. Look at that red. Yes, if I had the money, I would buy this guy right here, because it's just good. It's just been really solid. We also have a wireless charging pad. Check this out. Look at that. Boom, wireless charging pad. And look, we shot with 3 pedals, the metallic pedals right there. Yeah. All right. Okay, so besides that, a little bit of storage there, and a quick shot of the back seat. It's all red. There is like no color separation in the back here, but that's okay. Couple is on the ground because it only seats 4 people, which again doesn't bother me at all, because I just like the system so much. So there you go. I'll pick it back up later on the week. Hopefully I'll get some night shots for you and everything else in between. I'm just filming some, you know, basic B-roll, and I'll be honest, there is not many vehicles that have brought me this much joy in 2023 as the Acura Integra Type S. It has just got me by the eyeballs, by the feet, whatever you want to call it, without, you know, going rated R here. But oh my god, it has just impressed me in every facet of it. I just keep doing walkarounds, and I think I'm just going to keep including them in the videos, because you guys deserve to see this as much as I do, because I only get to do this because you watch my videos, because you help me out, and you guys deserve to see this car in its whole glory as much as I do. If only there was a way that you could experience them with me. The wind is kind of getting bad, so you'll forgive the wind here. It's just so good. Like, I just like to stand here and stare at the front end, stare at the fender flares. It's just, man, I think I might actually want to buy one. I know I say that a lot, and I get attached to these cars, and it's hard not to get attached to them, but this one I might have to just We might have to just go bankrupt for it. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to pop on and just tell you how impressed I am so far. Only had the car for 3 days and it's blown my neck out and my eyes out, and everything that you could blow out's blown it out. so yeah, it's what a great car. Drive it now. All right, so we have a slightly colder morning than the first order that I had this Integra Type S. So let's actually do one more cold start. Let's go again. It just never gets old. It just never gets old. So I'm gonna do it again and again and again. Do it. I'm gonna put it right into individual if I can. Open up the exhaust valve. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, slightly louder. Oh boy, all right, time for a nice drive. All right, so we're in the Integra Type S in the evening. It is the evening, although it looks like it's nighttime. We have to drive with the dome light on so you can see my face. And I have my wife behind the camera again because I want to see what her thoughts are on the Integra Type S manual. So is this the best manual that you've ever been a part of, or no?
Honestly, yeah, because well, I'm comparing it to the Subaru WRX and the Nissan Z, which was intense for me, especially pregnant. So I would say in terms of comfort, I really prefer this one, the Acura, and space. There's a lot of space, which I like.
Yeah, much more space in here.
Considering it's a sports car, you still get a decent amount of space.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's a Honda? Like, does it give you Honda vibes a little bit? Like, not really. To me, no, but I guess to some people it probably would.
So I had the Honda Civic, the sport version, but 2016, and that was the coupe. So I know it's not really comparable, but in terms of two sports cars, I would say no. Like, I find the buttons look different. You see like the this kind of like grill, that's all different. When you change the temperature, the only thing I find similar is this thing. The Honda had exactly this.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, but besides that, I would say it's pretty different. Like, I wouldn't think I'm sitting in a Honda.
But is this car too loud for you? Like, you can obviously hear it now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's a loud boy.
It is loud, but so was the Subaru, and so was the Nissan.
Subaru was like really throaty though. This is like I want to say supercar-y, but I know it's not a supercar obviously, but it's more like a refined sound, whereas the Subaru was like really like girthy, like it sounded like it had a deep voice almost. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but I like it. I honestly like the sound
of the Subaru, or this one?
This one.
Yeah, well, I like the pops and bangs it does in the back, and the manual is okay to use. Well, you haven't driven it yet. I don't know if we have time you will, but my only thing is the fact that like it might suck a little bit, or it might be difficult in the winter because it is only a front-wheel drive car. So taking this thing out in heavy snowstorms, I don't know if I'd want to do it. You got a lot of power. Even in comfort mode, you still have quite a bit of power going on, and only front-wheel drive, so no all-wheel drive at all. When it's funny because Acura always offers all-wheel drive. Like on almost all their trims, there's an all-wheel drive variant of it. But this one, in Type S, there's none. So it's like you're kind of trading power for speed. I don't know. It's just like, it's rough in the winter, but
I have noticed, and we're not entirely winter yet, there's no snow on the ground, but I have noticed a few times where you can feel the car slipping.
Yeah, because I press it, like now since the road's wet, I have winter tires on. If I try to go from a dig in second, I will absolutely just spin. And since the traction control is on, it will cut my power, so I'm not going to go anywhere. I don't know if it's going to do that in the winter. If I get stuck in some ice or something, will it not give me all the power I need? I don't know. So far in my Elantra, and also you have a Sonata, we've been fine in the winter, bar are some issues, you know, with other people on the road, but like traction wise, we haven't really been stuck per se very often with the front wheel drive. So front wheel drive cars can do it. It just really depends on your snow tires, I think.
I do not recommend rear wheel drive cars.
Right, yes. Yeah, which is nice that it's not. So yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, I've been saying this all week. There has not been, like, what was the last car that you saw me be like, okay, bye, I'm going out to drive it like every second I got?
You did that for the blue Cadillac that you had?
Right. Also the Z.
The Z, yes. Yeah.
And the Ioniq 6. Those are the only three that, like, I went, and this one, I think, honestly, if I had 60K to drop today, it would be this one I buy over all of them.
But I would say, well, for a lot of sport cars in general, it's probably way more fun in the summer. Like in the winter, I don't know if this is something that you would want to drive every day.
Well, I don't even like my Elantra Sport that only has 201 horsepower in the winter. Like, it's just brutal. It just doesn't, but the winter in general sucks if you don't have an all-wheel drive car. Anyways, we'll go ahead and leave things there because I'm getting into some traffic and I can't shift and talk that much properly at the same time. As I see, I already stopped making sense. So I'll cut it here. I'll pick it back up later on during the week when I'm done filming, and you let me know in the comments what you think so far of the Acura Integra Type S. Once again, sitting in the Acura in the car wash because we're about to film this bad boy, and it's the worst news possible because I'm gonna have to get rid of it soon after I film. So, oh man, it sucks. This manual transmission is so good. Just wanted to pop in and say that I'm not gonna be able to do this for very much longer because it gets really cold here in Canada and all of the washers close down. They all close because it's too cold and the water freezes. And yeah, so you're gonna see dirty cars probably soon as it gets into the January month. So just a fair warning, please don't complain to me for the car dirty. I hate it too, but I can't wash them anywhere, so there you go. All right, so I kind of wanted to give you like an evening night shot because it's black, so if I film it in true night, you really won't see anything. So this is a good time of day where you can really see the daytime runnings, you can really see the tail lights here, really see them come out. Really nice how they have that body line there. Like it just flows so well, these taillights. And then you got that dry tip exhaust, which is fantastic. This I hate the fact that I have to give this car away. I truly do. It is such a monster, such a beast, such a force to be reckoned with on the road. Like there hasn't been much better this year, and I don't know if there will be. It's just been so fun to own this thing. And I'm jealous of all you people that actually do own it. So lastly, let's take a look inside at nighttime. Let's hop in real quick. Get all the way in here. Brush some of the feet off because it's muddy out. Close this door. Really nice closing sound. We like that. Put that right. So at nighttime, these things kind of light up. This kind of lights up. Everything here lights up. The shift knob doesn't light up. Usually they don't. This is well lit up. This is very well lit with the brightness. You have a little bit of ambient lighting, which you can see starting to come on now. It's very slight, but it is there. You can see it as well right here. There's no like footwell lighting. There's no ambient lighting like that. I can't change the color of anything. But honestly, I don't care. I don't care. It's really good. The headlights are really solid at nighttime too. Visibility in this car is also really good. I like it. You can see the hood well from where I'm sitting. So yeah, there you go. This is the Acura Integra at night. I've got like one more day with it. I'm dreading it. I'm going to drive it a little bit more tonight, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Alrighty, so unfortunately, this will be my last walk around for the Acura Integra Type S. There is not enough words to describe how sad I am to be giving up this car this week. Yeah, I've been saying that all week. I knew it from the first time I picked it up, but this one was going to stick with me, and I definitely will not forget it. This is the exact trim that I would buy, that I'm still considering buying, but although I can't justify it, so you might not see it for a little bit, but if I ever do, I'll make a whole ton of videos, especially if you guys like it. I'm going to make it. So overall, the transmission has been great. Clutch has been great. It's magnetic. The sound is unbelievable. The fender flares are awesome, and I just can't get enough. So let's hop in one final time, and I'll give you my final thoughts for the Acura Integra Type S. All right, so unfortunately, we are on our last day with the 2024 Acura Integra Type S. It's a sad day to see it go. It is. I wish I could own it. I wish I could keep it. This is one of those ones where I just don't want to give it back. I am way too attached to it, which is the most annoying thing about this, you know, career path or this job, is the fact that you get so attached to the cars and then you gotta let them go, and somebody else is gonna drive it and have a good time in it, and who knows when you'll see it again. You know, hopefully next year they'll come out with something new and I can check it out again for you guys. And if it does happen, I will get it in the summer. I will make a point to do that and kind of see how crazy we can go with this thing. But yeah, overall, final thoughts for the Acura Integra Type S. It's so hard to find something or anything to complain about here. It is so solid. It is so much fun to drive. It's got a ton of power. The exhaust note is great. Even like when I have it in the calm mode, when I'm not like really pushing anything, I have it in sport mode or comfort mode, the exhaust still has a nice rumble. It has a nicer rumble than some, you know, cars that are meant to be loud. So it's great. You know, the Type R is a lot quieter than this one. This is the car, if I was to get a manual today, because it fits all my needs and everything like that, I would buy it hands down. It's done. There's not even a debate. There's not even a question. I don't see too many of them here in Canada. I have been the only one driving around here in Montreal, Quebec. I have not seen anybody else with the Type S, and a lot of people have told me that too, that they have not seen the Type S around. So I don't know how readily available they are here. I don't know how readily like wanted that the manuals are here in Canada, especially in Quebec with the winter. It might be a little bit difficult, might be a tough sell for a lot of manufacturers, so they probably don't ship too many here. So if you're looking for one in Quebec, I wish you luck, and maybe I'll be looking for one too one day, but I just can't justify right now. Obviously switching cars so many times, it just doesn't work, and I wouldn't get to enjoy it. So this car really is for somebody who is an enthusiast but has practical needs, who likes a loud sound, but also, you know, you like to be calm too. You like to go for that Sunday drive where you don't have to absolutely rip everybody's eardrums out with your loud exhaust. And you know, maybe you like things stock. You want a car to come right from the factory that sounds great, shift is amazing, ride is good, drive is good, and the speed is really good too. The Type S has you covered. The Acura Integra has you covered. And I'll be honest, the MDX from Acura didn't impress me. It really didn't. I thought it was the run-of-the-mill 3-row SUV, but there would be no way that if I was choosing 3-row SUV that I would actually want to get one that was the Acura MDX. No way. So when I came to the Type S, I didn't have high expectations. But needless to say, they blew every expectation that I would have had absolutely out of the water. So I love it. I hate to see it go, but such is the life of a car reviewer. We have to let it go. So that's been the week with the 2024 Acura Integra Type S. If you're in the market for one, let me know in the comments. If you own one, I'm jealous, but let me know in the comments how it is to own one. What's maintenance like? I'm sure, you know, some of the viewers could maybe benefit from that kind of information as well. So you let me know everything there is to know. And yeah, I will see you in the next week. See you in the next car. Take care.